me, Zen. What's going on? I wonder if we were to come up with some type of IQ test. I'm sure there's types of IQ tests out there that can qualify how intelligent and capable people are of thinking in today's world, and compare that to 20 years ago, and have a understanding of the level of problem solving, life skills, social skills, and most importantly, people's level of, when people think they're smart, but they're really, really not, and but they're unaware of it. You know that thing? What's the name of the? Is it the Dunning Kruger or the? There's an effect, whatever it's called. Nonetheless, I feel like in today's world, there's many groups of these people, and you can find them mostly on Reddit. Go to Reddit, you'll find a whole group of people that are gloriously unaware of how pathetic they are mentally. That they really think they're the shining star and the bright one and the intelligent one in the room, and they're completely oblivious to the fact that mm, their mental, like, where would they scale out in whether autism or just mental retardations, as we would have called them 20 years ago, before that word became kind of phased out and not PC. Uh, I think the number of people on this planet right now, I think the numbers are pretty high. I think maybe when we grew up, you got maybe 5% people that had some major mental derangements, deficiencies, and now it's almost like we've really cooked it into overdrive. We've geared up here in society, and this how people have become more and more and more unaware of anything. Have no, I mean, they're not getting up to the top of Maslow's theory. You got the basic needs, and getting up to self realization, and they're not getting anywhere near there. They're not even aware of the most basic things, and they're like, if we could take people out of time, in the 50s, and their thought processes and how they managed to come to conclusions, and then we did that in the 80s, and then it took people now, the meteoric rise in unintelligent people, unaware, very unself-aware. They're so unself-aware that everything they do is like somehow put on a pedestal. They have no humbleness about what they think they know. They really always think. I wonder if they get in a group of people of themselves. How does a conversation like that go? You get, and I'm using Reddit because it's such an easy. There's a place you can go find these people. What do you put 10 of them in a room? What does that look like? I mean, maybe it's just that they're in that, they like to blame. They like to say other people are in echo chambers, or that they're um, self-aggrandizing, or they're in their own bubble of. And it's funny because they're literally doing it. They're in their isolated little chamber, and then they have the people around them that pat them on the backs and say, "Hey, I agree with that too." And they have the exact same line of faulty logic. And then you try to put something in there and say, "Hey, that's not exactly how it works." This is how scientism works, by the way. That people get so accustomed to. Well, this is what we've been using as a formula to come up with this conclusion all along. We've been doing this for 20 or 30 years, and somebody said, "Well, this is actually this is the right way. This is, hey, we were doing it this way when we were building cars, and we figured out a better way." They're like, "No, but we can't do that. We can't. No, we've been using this. This is what we do." Because then they'd have to do this crazy thing where they go, "Oh, we were wrong. We've been wrong for a long time, and someone told us we were wrong, and Imagine the blow to their egos. But we're surrounded by people. I just wonder what percentage of the population would be on a real scale like considered dense, dolts, dumb, delirious, delusional, confused, unself-aware, and just unable to do real problem solving. And not even complex things, but critical thinking is, and they swear they could. They swear their critical thinking, and yet they don't have it. They're just good at repeating a formulaic, repetitious responses, and it's just prepackaged, trivial nonsense. So we are at a point in history where it's like we can't teach these people. They don't want to be taught. They're gloriously just in their own pile of what they're just, yeah, they're right. They know what's up. You can't teach them. It's like trying to teach a cat with Down syndrome complex mathematics how to do anything, how to speak foreign. It's like teaching a cat how to speak a foreign language. Foreign to the cat. I'm not saying like their first language is English. English is a foreign language to their cat. They speak cat. Cantonese, probably. A little different than Cantonese, but how's everybody's morning going? Or afternoon or evening? I was thinking of it in the sense of things going on these days, and people's implicit trust in doctors. And you try to explain to someone that doctors are not only very fallible, but they're also stuck in their box of, just because they have a set of learned knowledge that came from pharmaceutical companies and didn't really learn about biology or nutrition to any high degree. They learned about pharmaceuticals. They're still bringing that knowledge from years ago, and they're not actively pursuing new information. So if they're given something from the people that they've entrusted, here's your diploma, and they went to school for 8 years, and where they got their diploma, they're like, here's a test that we've come up with, here's a drug that we've come up with. They go, oh, we trust in that, and they don't do any research. They don't know. They could be just given something like it's in a package, and then they give it to you, and then you spit on it, you piss on it, you eat it, whatever you do. Let's use a test. You take this test, and the test gives you a couple colors and lines, and then that verifies that you have the thing that they want to tell you. You have the cancer, you have the AIDS, you have the whatever. And so when you explain this to somebody that the doctor doesn't know, the doctor didn't design that test, the doctor doesn't know what's in the package, has no clue. The doctor is relying on where they got it from, which is pharmaceutical establishments, which are they're for-profit entities. They want to make a profit, and they're the things that get to you coming through the doctor. The doctor is a revolving door that has no qualifying standards for whether or not the thing that they're giving to you has any type of validity to it whatsoever. So you try to tell someone this, and you go, it's not that we're saying that the doctor, your doctor, the good doctor, is doing anything wrong and is trying to fool you, but how would the doctor know? The doctor's just going with what they trust them, and you trust the doctor. So you're not understanding that the doctor doesn't even know. This is what you can't get across to people. So what you need to tell people is that you're not putting trust in your doctor. You're putting trust in some company that has literally their entire business model is about obtaining customers and repeat customers and making a profit. There's no way, no justification for them to want you to be healthy and not needing their product. And people live in this delusion where these companies are somehow interested in your well-being and health. Now, this is so simple, and yet you try to explain this to Joe, John, Jeff, Jackie, Susan, they can't even process it, that somehow that thing is going to tell them an accurate representation of what's going on in their body, their health, their well-being. That the tests they take will be accurate portrayal of whether or not they're sick or diseased. Not to say these people aren't probably sick and diseased in some way, but you tell them this and they just go derp. You can't help them. It's the only thing that we're capable of doing now is laughing at it, because those people are the same people that will attack, belittle, and aggress at you for knowing that and going, well, I don't really, by proxy, I don't trust the doctor because the doctor doesn't know what they're giving to me. So why would I go to that person? Why wouldn't I go to the source? And then I go to the source and see the source is like, oops, that's disgusting. Let's find a different route. Let me see what else I can. Hey, I don't know. Those people have brains. I have a brain. Does theirs work better? They did more studying and research. But for what? For money? For a business. That would be true. Not for health. People are not in the health field for health. They're in taking care of sick people and giving them medicine. And people cannot be. You can't even rationalize. There's no people have no rational processes left in their brain. So what's left to do? Laugh at these people because they're rude, they're abusive, they abuse you. They're aggressive, and then they immediately say it's your fault that they're that way. The person that's not healthy, that is a skeptic of things, that looks and observes the world in a real way. No, you're the problem. It's delightfully deranged, huh? What is up? No idea. Oh, tapping. Yeah. Yeah, there's some. Here's a good one for unclogging the nose and your pull down on your earlobes. Pull the earlobes straight down. That drains a lot of stuff right there. Earlobes down, and then obviously there's two underneath here that you can put a lot of pressure on, and that's more than tapping, but. Dr. Allen on YouTube. I will check him out. Yes. Yeah, it's hard to make a discrepancy, even with naturopaths and things, because once the title doctor goes in front of someone's name, I think we need to be very specific. I think there should be a great divide. That's a doctor, and that's a something else. And people that don't have the doctor in front of their name and they have different letters, they're like, oh, we can't. They're not accredited by the correct university, and they're not. But at least you'll know. I usually, people that are naturopaths too. I don't really. They're always into supplementation, and they don't even know the first thing about health either. So, but yeah. Yeah. I mean, where it came from and what it should be versus what it is, as we've discussed many times, every institution gets hijacked, and obviously pharmaceuticals a huge one. It's even hijacked so much to the point now that the wacky Christians now are talking about pharmaceuticals as magical spells because it's one of the when you look into the etymology and that's one of the possible um, definitions, even though it clearly and in every way means poison and poison maker and the pharmakia. And granted, the people that were offering these up, they get into it from they're demons and spellcasting, which to a degree, but it's we just can't get right to the basics. Everybody's got to make it more complicated, especially these really holy, healthy, wonderful, God-fearing Christians. Which, for my money, honestly, they're up there in the worst of the worst. They are the most judgmental by far. they're super super cuckoo nuts, and it's always the people that claim to be the most righteous are the ones that are the most judgmental, because obviously they're feeling the heat of hell and the judgment of Christ or God, and so then they're going to put that on you, as they fear. You must fear God. I don't think that's how that works. Sorry, thought he was a loving guy, huh? No, you're gonna fear him. Fear him. Oh, he might come get you with the boogeyman. What's up? No idea. What's your morning looking like? What are you doing? Is it morning for you? What the hell time is it? I'm having some hot chocolate. I already had a couple cookies for breakfast, and it probably does amaze people. Got my glass of wine. How do you do it? How are you like this? Chugging down hot chocolate, eating cookies, and drinking wine at 8 a.m. How you doing that? Because I'm magical? Because I'm a magi? Because I'm a shaman? It doesn't matter what I put in my body. I'll transmute it the way I want to. It's 3 p.m. there? Yes, it's 9 o'clock in my area codes. Yeah, another early morning. I got up. Well, the reason I woke up early is because I left my window curtains over here open, and the light just came in and was like, boom, right into my eyeballs, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm getting up now. So I got up and had some hot chocolate. 5 boiled eggs. I love eggs. I love boiled eggs. I love deviled eggs are up there. I like if I'm having boiled eggs, soft boiled are the way to go. I like a nice, very yolky center. Yeah, the light was like, you are. It just was like poking my eyeballs. Like, yeah, you're gonna wake up. I was like, oh damn it. Yeah, I like super runny eggs. I don't want the white stuff. I want the white stuff to be uncooked, but the yellow stuff. Oh man, for real, like a breakfast with toast and butter and yolky, just to put the bread in the yolk. That's the jam. Bunch of bacon. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know bacon. It's pretty up there on the don't eat so often unhealthy category, but hey, bacon on everything. Bacon is good for me. Do I get out and move my body in the AM? Sometimes. No. It's I'm very much seasonally affected. Daily, daily dependent. It really depends. Sometimes I'm like up and I'm like, I want to go do something. Sometimes I'm like, eh, I will be staying inside for the next 2 days and doing nothing and being a pilot dung on the couch. You know, I say couch, but I don't often even sit on my couch. But yeah, it depends. I've been extremely lazy with any type of physical activity this past year. A lot of it due to, well, nothing to do. I used to be outside like for hours on end and walking and you know playing around, screwing around, dancing, whatever. And that was exercise and stuff. But then with all this, there's nothing to do. So I'm like, yeah, I'll walk around the park, hang out with the ducks and whatever. But now I don't have a regimen. I mean, it would be better if I did. It would be healthier if I did. If people asked me what to do, I would say, yeah, you should probably put a regimen into your day and get out there and get some sunshine and don't do what I do what I say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, well, I mean, yeah, it does. It does. I feel better, but there's this thing about feeling better and having a lot of energy that if I go and do the things that make me feel much better and have energy, I want to go do more things, but there's quite literally nothing to do. There's no one to communicate and exchange that energy with. And I'm not going to go to I'm not going to pay for a yoga class. I'm not going to go to somewhere where everyone has a diaper on their head. I don't want to interact with those people because that's not going to go anywhere well. So it's like, and I go out to just do something, go to a bar and eat, whether I drink or not. I mean, and interact with those people. It's not happening. So there's like, no one's really out playing. No one's doing anything. There was a bunch of basketball courts they knocked down at the beginning of this. They took the beginning of this, talk about what they do. Number one thing they do to gentrify an area, they get rid of the basketball courts. When this whole thing started, they literally went and took down the rims at the basketball courts, so you couldn't go out and play. Talk about some really, that was one of the most effed up things. I was like, my basketball court across the street from my house took down the hoops. That's some fascist shit right there. Do I have access to a swimming pool? Yeah, I have a swimming pool at my place, but it's also cold. Extremely cold. Yep. And I have a sauna, but it's broken because we had a hurricane and the whole building they have been redoing it because the hurricane broke a bunch of stuff. There's mold everywhere. It's like redoing apartments and whatever. And they haven't fixed the sauna and some of the equipment's screwed up, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's the swimming pool is outdoor. We'll have an outdoor swimming pool, and jumping in that right now would be, and like, I'd have to come inside and come all the way upstairs to get warm. It'd be kind of, if my weight room had the sauna, I would go in the pool definitely. I would jump in the pool and then go in the sauna. But it's not much I can do about getting that fixed. They'll do it when they do, I guess. Yeah, 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 yep. Oh, but the basketball, eh. With the basketball thing, that was really mad frustrating. Yeah, I'm not like as far as like swimming to swim. No, I don't mind jumping in the pool, like for a purpose if the sauna's there for like do the hot and cold thing. But I don't like swimming. I'm not like a swimmer. Like I'm not a jogger. I'm not a runner. I like running around. I like playing games, but I hate running. I think jogging is the dumbest thing. Not only is it dumb, I think it's super unhealthy. Either run or walk. There's no jogging. Jogging is for idiots. There's probably some books out there on it. because I know I've read some short studies on how jogging is super unhealthy. Hey, where's everybody else? It's 25 minutes in here. More people should show up. What the hell's going on? What does anybody have to do? It's Sunday. Yeah, disciplined jogging. It's it's to me it's such a suburban um, virtue signal. It's been going on, signaling to people that you're healthy, you're in shape, and you care about your whatever. Now, a lot of that is people just want to get away from their significant other. They just want to be out of the house. There is I suppose, a benefit to it to some degree, but either run or walk or, you know, there's no jogging. And it's an industry to sell shoes and jogging gear, and I don't know. It just seems like a fruitless, pointless, silly activity that probably does more harm on your knees and joints than anything else. All right, no idea. We'll go enjoy the bike ride, man. Go enjoy your ride into the bike, dude. Oh, and look into getting if you don't already, look into getting a different seat, man. Get the one that doesn't go in your perineum, your pericardium, your butthole thing there, because that give you some ass cancer, my guy. Get the ones that just hold your butt cheeks. Those ones are decent. Way more comfortable too. Oh, you got the comfy one? Oh, you already got it. Good, good, good. Yeah, you already know. I never understood the bike seats. Like my testicles were in the way. I was like, where are these things supposed to go? This doesn't feel right. Yeah, man, we'll go enjoy. Yeah, oh yeah, you don't want to be fisted while riding, but once you're off the bike, a good old fisting never did anybody harm. Wait, that's not true. Peace, dude. Enjoy your day. I guess in that case, I'll be out too, because nobody else is here. So, well, hope everybody enjoyed the journey here. If you want to, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, to help me out, to keep me lubricated with wino and some cookies. That's what I'm eating today. Enjoy your day. Be cool. Be cool, fool, and enjoy what you're doing. Talk to everybody soon. Toodles!